Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my No.1 Sentai Gozyuger episode commentary and reviews. This time it's episode 41, The Final Key, Bouquet of Destruction and Creation, #1. And remember, if you do enjoy what you see in here, please remember to like and subscribe and maybe even leave a comment. It just means a lot on a small channel like this. Also, I'm going to start asking, what do you guys want me to do when this is done? I'm sort of interested, would you be interested in me looking at maybe doing like this Project Red, Space Sheriff Gavan stuff, or just using the extra free time to do even more old Sentai stuff? I could be working forward and working backward at the same time. Just want to know what you guys think, because if you're enjoying the stuff that I'm doing, do you want me to continue with the new stuff, do the Space Sheriff Gavan, or just, do the old stuff? Because if I'm doing 2 a year, I can actually cover all of Sentai in about 25 years. I could do this. Anyway, let's get into the episode. The episode opens with Bouquet screaming at Rikuo to bring back her sister, to the shock of the idol. The spy candler arrives, scooping up Bouquet and taking her away as we go to credits. In the No.1 world, Shining Knife is apologising for not telling Bouquet about Rikuo sooner, as Kuon walks up behind Bouquet and whispers that Ribbon would want revenge. As Bouquet gets up, walking to her Rikuo shrine and throwing it off the table, before laughing manically that she loved a human and was betrayed by one, and now she hates everything, but somehow is still unable to stamp on the plush that Rikuo had given her, before she storms off. As the doors to Taiga June open, and she tells them to leave Bouquet because she can sense the one she has been waiting for all this time, the final No.1. Elsewhere, Herrero and Kinjiro are walking back with the landlord's son with stuff for New Year's, when they see Kamade and Samino with an unresponsive No.1. As they rush down, Samino is poking it with a stick, as the kid asks the No.1 if it's okay, and it responds by rubbing its hands together and creating a wooden toy car which it hands to the boy. As Kamade remarks on the strangeness of it all, a Briden runs up, chastising the No.1 for running off, before noticing the Gozyugers surrounding it. Introducing the #1 creation No.1, and itself as the No.1's caretaker, as the No.1 starts wandering off. The Gozyugers aren't sure what to make of it, but with a person likely stuck inside, Herrero accepts the challenge. Back at Taiga Village, Ryuji is praying to Taiga Sword and checking on it as it says it's fine, but worried about Rikuo. As Rikuo arrives asking Ryuji about Taiga Sword, before sinking into a chair and despairing that he's hated by Bouquet. Back at the challenge, Creation No.1 makes a tissue holder, but this is beaten by Herrero making a bag out of an old t-shirt. The second round is making sandcastles, with Kamade making the Godness Summer Palace, but is soundly beaten by the No.1's giant castle with real opening doors. Back at the cafe, the pair are still talking, as we flash back to the first time they met, with Rikuo helping Ryuji get the O-Ranger ring, before following him as he left, which surprises Rikuo that Ryuji even remembered it. As the Gozyugers await the next challenge, Bouquet appears, blasting at the Rangers, quickly joined by Fire Candle and Shining Knife and Sweet Cake, as we learn the host of the No.1 is the creator of Taiga June. And even though the human inside has long since ceased to be, the No.1 is still active, when a young girl starts calling out for her mama, and it triggers a mental breakdown in the No.1, causing it to create weapons that fire randomly as the Gozyugers transform, and as the Bridens charge in, Goju Leon and Tirano arrive in time to save the young girl, who's retrieved by her mum. As Bouquet calls out Rikuo, saying she's no longer the loving, but Bouquet the destroyer. She attacks Goju Leon, who does little more than defend himself, as he tells her he never meant to hurt her, but this only sends Bouquet into more of a rage, as Ryuji steps in and asks Taiga Sword for help, as the Rio Taiga Sword appears, and with a cry of joy he powers up to become Taiga Sword #1. As he goes on about being honoured and blessed, he takes out the Bridens and asks Rikuo, isn't this the kind of joy he has given to countless people? Before taking out Creation No.1. As a reinvigorated Goju Leon confronts Bouquet, cutting her blast from the air and telling her he wants to make her happy again. But if she's going to hurt people, then he will fight. As an Aiaiza appears and Kamade calls on Goodburn and Bear Kuma, and with the Gokaija ring, uses the power of the Gokai Galleon to battle the Aiaiza in the air, before destroying it with a final wave attack. As Sweet Cake asks if this is it for Creation No.1, we see the hand still remains, as it creates itself all over again, as it continues its mental break, hearing a girl calling for its mum, and sending out a wave that creates copies of people, cars and buildings as Taiga June arrives. As everything keeps creating, Taiga June calls the No.1 a winner, and we get winner Creation No.1 as she transports the No.1 inside herself, proclaiming it to be her pilot. As the No.1 sheds a tear, it merges with Taiga June and the creations disappear. And saying she will grant her pilot's wish, with the help of the power of her son, she blasts Goodburn with energy, expelling Kamade as she tells him to return home. But as the mech refuses, the energy surrounds him, and he's forced to go with the Queen. As Kamade calls out, and the episode ends. Okay, so that was an interesting episode with quite an ending. So I've only got a few notes for this one, to be honest with you. First off, that wooden car that Creation No.1 makes for the landlady's kid, I actually had that car when I was a kid. So it's like really shocking to actually. I even like took a screenshot and sent it to my mum, and I'm like, "Didn't I have that?" And she goes, "Yeah, my dad got that for you." It's like, "Oh wow," I remembered it from like over 30 years ago. It was just like, oh wow, just that's such a cool little thing, just seeing something from my past there. Taiga June calling Goodburn Taiga Nagure, so she's refusing to call him Goodburn and still using his original name. Now, is that like a sort of dig at the whole like dead name thing that some people go on about, or is that just, I don't know, is it like a lot of people like do these days, making something out of nothing there? All it is like, she's refusing to accept his new identity. He is still Taiga Nagure, he is not Goodburn. So yeah, bit strange she's still using like his original name when Taiga Sword is using the Goodburn name. Actually, does he? Have we ever actually heard Taiga Sword calling Goodburn anything at all? I can't remember. I honestly cannot remember. Herrero winning the creation thing with his bag. That was weird. I mean, at first I wasn't sure what creation done, because I like, dunk. And it's like, it's a little tissue holder, which is okay. I mean, I think I've seen things like that in Japanese stuff before. So, tissue holders are things that I've seen from Japanese programs and like anime, I think probably. Or maybe older Sentai. But, could have been like that one about that show about that woman that eats loads of stuff and drinks beer. I can't remember what that's called. I did like that one. Just going to different restaurants and getting to see how like different things are cooked. So she's just there like, I want to eat that and I want to drink beer. I mean, the ideal woman. She likes food, she likes alcohol. Yes. But yeah, making that bag. And at first I wasn't like quite sure, but it's like obviously it's all knotted up at the bottom and probably sewn as well. And then obviously it's a sleeveless t-shirt because like the bits that go over the shoulders are the handles. It's like, that's kind of, it's a bit, I don't know. I don't know if I'd use it, but it is a cool idea. I do like it. And also at the end, when Creation No.1 is absorbed by Taiga June, all the extra creations, all the extra people, the cars that kept blowing up, and all the buildings that were falling apart, they all disappear. But the road is still like on fire and cracked and all the rest of it. The buildings are still like really damaged. So yeah, this is probably going to carry over into the next episode. But yeah, this No1 did a hell of a lot of damage this time. I like the fact that Taker Jr. is like, leave Bouquet alone. Leave Bouquet alone. It was foreseen. I knew this was going to happen. Just leave her alone now. It's like, okay. I mean, she could have at least, like, you know, tried to comfort Bouquet and said, well, you know, when I made the sister for you, she wasn't quite what I was expecting. I wanted her to be more like you, but she wasn't. You know, she was going to betray you. Surely Taker Jr. knew this stuff, but what the hey. Anyway, those are my thoughts. And yeah, episode 42 next week, so 9 to go. I can't believe it. It feels so strange when we're near the end of a series. It's like, wow, it doesn't finish till next year, but of course, you know, it's Christmas in a few weeks. It's like, wow. As you can tell by my one bit of Christmas thing in the room, an advent calendar, that despite the fact it is the 7th of December, I still haven't gotten around to actually opening yet. Although part of it is because I'm trying to annoy the hell out of my stepdaughter. Because it bugs her, and my wife actually, that I haven't opened the advent calendar yet. So, and hey, at this rate, I get a whole load of chocolate on Christmas Day. Because I'll just wait till Christmas Day. Like, I get chocolates. I get 25 chocolates. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.